Hi, 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 hi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, good morning. No one is saying anything. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Till now, no one said anything. Hi. Good morning, Ashwarya. Good morning, Durga Prasad. Good morning, Jameer. Good morning, Naved. Good morning, Farida. Good morning, Blessy. Sonika. Good morning. Good morning. Bagunara. Bagunara. Chintu. Good morning. Ananya. Good morning. Bagunara. Everyone Manchi at home. Everyone Manchi at home. Yeah, very good, very good, very good. So what's going on at home? क्या हो रहा है घर पे? Chilling or studying? What's going on? क्या हो रहा है घर पे? Tell me answer for that. What's going on at home? I am also Manchi, directly proportional. If students are Manchi, teacher will be also Manchi, directly proportional. Yeah, okay, no problem. So what's going on at home, chilling or studying? क्या हो रहा है घर पे? एक बार बता दो. Chilling with studying. Naved, very good, very good. Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah. Sir, we are not normal people, sir. We also chill. Life is all about chilling, sir. So we are also chilling, and we will also chill, but we are not normal people. We are ultra pro legends. So that's why we are chilling with studying. We have our own way of chilling because we have to become doctor next year. So that's why we have to chill, but we have to chill with study. Other people chill by other ways, but for us, study is also a type of chilling. Study is not a burden for us. Okay, no problem, no problem. I think in between yesterday test was also there. How was your test? PACE 4 exam was there yesterday. How was your exam? How was your exam? Manchi or Chadda? Tell me very fast so that we can start with the class. How was the test? No one is giving answer for this. Good, sir. Okay, no problem. If good, then you can say the marks also. Marks also you can say physics marks and total marks. You can say Jyoti is saying nice, sir. Jameer is saying good, sir. Sajid is saying good, sir. Storm Gaming 147. That's good marks in physics, no problem. More than 120 is always good marks. 571 total also good, but you have to improve little more. Sajid 161 is a good marks, that is also good. Jyoti 140 good marks. Jameer 135 good marks, no problem, but work more. Only 135 is not enough this year. You have to cross 150 at least in physics. Yeah. Sajid Hussain total marks very good, 649. Around 650 is very good marks. Yeah. Okay, no problem, no problem, no problem. Yeah. Ha. So that question is there in the notes. Come on, Kaniti, you can see there in the notes such question is there. Okay, no problem. I understood. Yeah, that question was there. From there, n is coming 13 second. So you can see such question is there in the notes. Yeah. Saurabh sir will come, don't worry. Okay, no problem, no problem. Yeah, 170 marks in physics. Wow, very good, Vidyarthi. Okay, no problem, no problem. Yeah. So shall we start with today's class? क्या शुरू करें? आज का क्लास शुरू करें? Shall we start with today's class? Shall we start? शुरू करें? शुरू करें? बोल दो एक बार yes or no. We will start. Okay, बहुत बढ़िया, very good, very good, very good. So today what we have to start, in last class we completed all the cases of mug. Last class mug aipoindi. So today we have to start with next part. What is next part? Any idea you have? What next we have to start today? Mug completed. We completed all the situations of motion under gravity. Today we have to start with the next part. Yeah, today Kusma saying perfectly correct. We have to start with graphs. So you can write graphs. Yeah. So today we'll be talking about different types of graphs which will be used in kinematics. Graphs. Just basic idea of graph we are going to have today. Some of the important situation related with the graph we are going to talk today. Yeah, okay, no problem. So today our target is to talk about basic graphs of kinematics. That is not possible if the particle is doing freely falling, acceleration will be always there, so velocity cannot be constant. Yeah, okay, no problem. So let's start with the graph. So we will start with the graph now. Be focused, be focused, be focused. Important part. Sometimes questions are asked, sometimes questions, yeah, this is an important topic. Sometimes in gap of 1-2 year, they always ask question from the graph related in our kinematics. Yeah, okay, no problem. So we'll start with the graph. Dhyan dena, be focused, and always remember one thing. Always remember one thing. Yeah. In the NEET exam, you don't have to draw the graph. Question will be never like draw one graph for this. At the back side of OMR, draw one neat and clean diagram, neat and clean graph. No. Always remember in your NEET, you require to select the graph. Graphs will be given in the option, and from the option you have to select it. It's not like that you are going to draw the graph. So always remember some basic idea if you have about all the graph. You'll be able to select out of 4. Always remember in a graph, in order to get answer, you don't need to be perfect. It's not like that perfectly I'll be knowing every graph, everything I know I can do. That is not required in graph. In graph, you need to have some basic idea. If you have those basic idea, for every graph, you can apply those basic idea, and out of 4 option, you'll be able to eliminate 3 option, and you'll be able to get your answer which will be present there. So always remember, graph, no one is perfect in the graph. Perfection you can never get. But we don't want to be perfect. We want to just out of 4 options, we have to select only one option. How to identify that option, we'll talk with the help of few basic things that we have in the graph. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Yeah. So first basic thing, can you tell me what is slope of displacement time graph? What is slope of displacement time graph? Some basic idea we will talk. What is slope of displacement time graph? Jaldi bata do. Slope of displacement time graph. Velocity. Acha, what is slope of velocity time graph? Very good. We'll write all these points. Yeah. Slope of displacement time graph is velocity. What is slope of velocity time graph? Acceleration. Acha, what is meaning of slope? If angle theta is given, how you will calculate the slope? If angle theta is given, how you will calculate the slope? If angle theta is given, how you will calculate the slope? If angle theta is given, how? Yeah, with the help of tan theta. Some basic idea I'm just taking because graph was there during our basic maths also. So those idea I'm taking, no problem. Achha, what is area of velocity time graph? 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 Displacement. Yeah, area of velocity time graph is displacement. बहुत बढ़िया. अच्छा, what is area of acceleration time graph? What is area of acceleration time graph? Not velocity, it is change in velocity. It is actually change in velocity. Actually, there also it's not displacement. It is change in position, and change in position is known as displacement. That's why we say area of velocity. So you can write these points. Yeah. Then we will start from there. You write, basic key points. Some key points we will talk. Yeah. Basic key points. These key points will help us to realize all the graph. Basic key points. First point you write, slope of displacement time graph is velocity. This is the first point. Slope of displacement time graph is velocity. Slope of displacement time graph is velocity. Second point you can write, slope of velocity time graph is acceleration. Slope of velocity time graph is acceleration. Slope of velocity time graph is acceleration. Third point, area under velocity time graph. Third key point, area under velocity time graph, area under velocity time graph is change in position, that is displacement. Area under velocity time graph is change in position, that is displacement. Area under velocity time graph is change in position, that is displacement. Fourth point, area under acceleration time graph, area under acceleration time graph, area under acceleration time graph is change in velocity, that is delta V. Area under acceleration time graph is change in velocity, that is delta V. Is it okay? Everyone understood these basic key points we have also done during our basic maths. Everyone got the idea? यहाँ से आगे बढ़े. Everyone got idea about these 4 basic points, because these 4 basic points will help us. Yeah, come on. So before moving further, I will ask you some question. Let's see how much you remember these 4 points just now I told. Again, I will ask you these 4 basic points. Then we will move further. Then we will talk in detail about different type of graph. So tell me, what is slope of displacement time graph? What is slope of displacement time graph? Jaldi. Slope of displacement time graph. Slope of displacement time graph. Twarga. You have to type and tell. Slope of displacement time graph. Velocity. Slope of displacement time graph. Velocity. Slope of displacement time graph. Velocity. Achha, what is slope of velocity time graph? Slope of velocity time graph. Come on, Twarga. Slope of velocity time graph. Slope of velocity time graph. Acceleration. 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 Achha, what is area of velocity time graph? What is area of velocity time graph? Area of velocity time graph. Jaldi. Area of velocity time graph. Area of velocity time graph. Displacement, change in position, which is also known as displacement. Change in position, which is also known as displacement. Achha, what is area of acceleration time graph? What is area of acceleration time graph? What is area of acceleration time graph? Change in velocity. That is also known as delta V. No problem. Achha, what is meaning of slope? Slope will be equal to how much? If angle theta is given, then slope will be how much? Angle theta is given, how much slope? Angle theta given, what is slope? Slope will be tan theta. No problem. Yeah. So these are the basic idea. So displacement. Achha, is any other name for displacement time graph? Sometimes they don't mention displacement time graph. Is there any other name for displacement time graph? In place of saying displacement time graph, can I say another word? Another name? In place of displacement time graph, can I say another name? Jaldi. Position time graph. Displacement time graph is also known as position time graph. Sometimes they say displacement time graph, sometimes they will say position time graph. Very good. Many of you are knowing, nothing to worry. Yeah. So these are the basic idea that we have related with the graph. These are the 4 basic points which will be used slowly. Okay, no problem. But before moving further, I think I can give you one question. Achha, some questions are asked like this. Some questions just related with basic idea about slope. No problem. Yeah. For example, if I give you displacement time graph, S for displacement, T for time. Displacement time graph. And if I give you for 2 particles, 2 different graphs are there. This is for particle A, this is for particle B. This angle I am giving as 60 degree. This angle I am giving as 30 degree. Can you tell me what is VA by VB? Can you find the ratio of their velocities? Because you have idea about the slope, that's why I am giving you this question. Can you tell me what is VA by VB? Syam, very good. Kushma, very good. Jameer, wrong. Manish Chala, very. Always remember. Yeah. Okay, no problem. It will give you 3:1. That will give you 3. Value will be 3. Always remember, displacement time graph given, they are talking about velocity. That means you'll write, sir, velocity is nothing. Velocity is slope of displacement time graph. Slope of displacement time graph. And we know, sir, slope also means tan theta. Just I have told you slope, nothing. Slope is, sir, tan theta. Just I am giving you one question just to give you importance of slope. Always remember, 90% of cases of graph are solved with the help of slope. Graphs are not important. Important is their slope. Whenever question is asked, if you see all the question which has come previously in the NEET from here, all questions are done with the help of slope. So I'll simply say, sir, you have given me displacement time graph. You are talking me about velocity. So what is the relation between velocity, displacement and time? In the case of graph, velocity is nothing but slope of displacement time graph. And slope we know, sir, tan theta. That means if I will use here, it will become tan theta A. That is for particle A by tan theta B. That is for particle B. Now for particle A, tan theta A. What is the angle for particle A? Angle for particle A is 60 degrees. So this will become tan 60. And what is the angle for particle B? For particle B, what is the angle? For particle B, angle is 30 degree. So tan 30. That means from here you can finally put the value and you can get, I think everyone knows tan 30 is root 3. Tan 60 is root 3 and tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So this 3 will come here. So root 3 into root 3, this will give you 3:1. Is it okay? This type of basic question everyone will be able to do. Everyone will be able to do basic relation. Sir, displacement time graph given, this thing should strike in your mind. So displacement time graph given, you are talking about velocity. So what is the relation between velocity, displacement time graph? So velocity is the slope. Slope means tan theta. Two particles are there, A and B. I can use, sir, I can get. One more question, chalo. Then we'll start with one part. Again, displacement time graph I am giving you. This is particle A, particle B. Tell me VB by VA. Tell me VB by VA. VB by VA. One is 45 degree, one is 30 degree. 1 by root 3. VA means what, Baba? VA means, sir, again displacement time graph given. You are asking me about velocity. So velocity is what? Whenever displacement time graph given, slope of displacement time graph. Slope means what? Tan theta. So VB will be how much? Tan theta B. VA will be how much? Tan theta A. Now put the values, you'll get the answer. Not root 3:1, it will come 1 by root 3, Baba. How you are giving? Kya kar rahe ho? Angle for B is how much? So you have to be careful. They are asking you VA by VB or they are asking you VB by VA. So from there you have to be careful. For B, what is angle? 30 degree. So tan 30. And for A, what is angle? For A, angle is 45. So tan 45. Now from here you can get the value. This will be 1 by root 3. And tan 45 is 1. So this from here you will get answer as 1 by root 3. Answer will come 1 by root 3, or if you want you can write 1 is to root 3. Is it okay? Is it okay? Have you seen this question previously? NEET 2022 question. In NEET 2022 this question came. They gave this graph and they asked VB by VA. Will you be able to do basic question related with tan theta? This is nothing. This is NEET 2022 question, where they gave position time graph and they ask relation between the velocities. Is it okay? Is it okay? So you have to be careful. Many students did mistake. They took VA by VV. You have to be careful. You have to read the question. You have to identify which they are asking you. They are asking you VA by VB or VB by VA. One question is given in NCERT like this. Displacement time graph they have given for two particles like this. Can you tell me which particle is moving with more velocity out of A and B? Which particle is having more velocity, VA or VB? Can you tell me relation between VA and VB? VA greater than or equal to, same velocity. Slope is same. Game is of slope. Game is not of graph. Here all the graphs game will be of slope. If anyone asks you what is the relation between their velocity for both, because they are parallel, so for both you will get same angle. Here also same theta, here also same theta. So you simply say, sir, slope of A is same as slope of B. This is question of NCERT. Slope of A is same as slope of B. Now from here if you solve, you'll say, sir, slope means velocity. That means velocity of A will be same as velocity of B. You can write this also. This is an NCERT graph where they have asked which is having more velocity. Both have equal velocity. I'm giving you time of 2 seconds. See all this situation. We will start with our next part here. What is slope of displacement time graph? Come on, Torga. What is slope of displacement time graph? एक बार जल्दी से. Slope of displacement time graph. Slope of displacement time graph. Tell me in short. Slope of displacement time graph. Velocity. What is slope of velocity time graph? What is slope of velocity time graph? Torga. Slope of velocity time graph. Slope of velocity time graph. Slope of velocity time graph. Acceleration. What is area of velocity time graph? What is area of velocity time graph? What is area of velocity time graph? Area of velocity time graph. Change in position, which is also known as displacement. What is area of acceleration time graph? What is area of acceleration time graph? Jaldi. Change in velocity, which we also represent by delta V. No problem. Basic idea. No problem. Now ध्यान देना. Now main part I am going to start. Slope means tan theta. Now ध्यान देना. Be focused is here. One very important thing I am going to tell here. Achha, did you realize by this question of NCERT and this question which came in the NEET 2022, did you realize what is more important in the graph? Graph or its slope? What is more important for a graph or its slope? Always remember, most important whenever we talk in kinematics, most important thing is not graph. Most important is the slope of the graph, because slope will give you information. A displacement time graph given, how you will get idea about velocity? With the help of slope. And if you have idea about velocity now, you can give us idea about acceleration also, because if velocity will increase, slope is increasing means velocity is increasing. If velocity is increasing, particle motion is accelerated. Suppose sir, slope is decreasing means velocity is decreasing. If velocity is decreasing, particle has retardation. So always remember, most important is the slope. That's why first we will talk what are the different types of slopes that we will get here. You write types of slopes. Types of slopes. This is the most important part. Those who have idea about slope, they are always able to predict which graph is their answer. Types of slopes. So see here, we will talk about few situations, few types of slopes that will be used in our physics. So ध्यान देना, just here, yeah. Types of slope. For example, first graph, if your graph comes like this, ध्यान देना, question of graph is about slope. So you must have clear-cut idea about slope. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. So see about slope. For example, if your graph is a straight line, can you tell me about its slope? Its slope is constant or its slope is changing? If your graph is a straight line, your slope is constant or changing? Always remember, straight line means constant slope. And here, ध्यान देना. Here, since we know about slope, sir. Slope is tan theta. Here if you see anywhere, angle with the x-axis will remain same. Everywhere same angle theta. So here we say, sir, theta is constant. If here theta is constant, that means, sir, slope will be constant. Slope will be constant slope, and that constant slope here will be positive. Here we say constant because your theta is less than 90 degree. If your theta is less than 90 degree, tan theta will be positive. Tan theta will be positive. That's why this is an example of constant positive slope. Is it okay? Jaldi jaldi likho. You have done all these things in basic maths. Again, I am revising those things. Constant positive slope. This is a straight line, and slope of a straight line will be constant, but this situation is constant positive slope. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Second graph. Yeah, okay. Tell me about this slope. If you have graph like this, tell me about this slope. Here, what is slope? Is this slope is again constant? Again constant. Angle is again constant, but now it is constant negative. You have to understand what I'm trying to tell. Yeah, don't say slope is decreasing. Value of the quantity is decreasing. I'm not talking about quantity. I'm talking about slope. And if you look at the slope here, you'll simply say, sir, here also every time theta will be same na baba. Anywhere with x-axis, if you take your theta, theta will remain same. Again, I will say theta is constant, but theta is more than 90 degree now. That means your slope will be constant. Slope will be constant. Slope here, slope of the graph is constant. But now that constant slope is negative, because if theta is more than 90 degree, tan theta will be negative. Is it okay? Is it okay? Jaldi jaldi, twarga. So whenever graph is like this, maybe quantity value is decreasing. I'm not talking about quantity. I'm talking only about slope. So this is example of constant negative slope. This is constant positive slope. If your graph is like this, constant positive slope. If your graph is like this, constant negative slope. Is it okay? Jaldi batao. Twarga. Arre bol do ek baar. Now tell me the third one. Tell me the third one now. Third one you will say. Come on, third one you will say. Third one you will say. What about slope of this graph? Tell me about the slope now. Again, a straight line means constant slope. But what is that value? Zero slope. Yeah. This is the example. Yeah. Okay. Here if you see angle with the x-axis is 0. If you see here your theta will be 0 degree. And you know slope means tan theta. So tan theta, since theta is 0, so this is an example of 0 slope. Here we will say slope of the curve is 0. This will help you tomorrow. All these are very, very important things which I am saying. Basic things and important. So 3 example I told you. This is constant positive slope. This is constant negative slope. And what is this slope? Jaldi bata, what is this slope? If our graph is parallel to the x-axis, what will be its slope? If the graph is parallel to the x-axis, what will be its slope? Arre batao. Arre parallel means you know na theta will be 0 na. With x-axis you find always theta na. When you write slope equal to tan theta, theta is always with the x-axis. So if your graph is parallel to the x-axis, theta will be 0, slope will be 0, no problem. Third slope also completed. Yeah. Fourth one. Tell me, this is our y-axis, this is our x-axis. No problem. Yeah. If our graph is like this, then now tell me about the slope. What about the slope now? Now angle is not constant. This is the example of increasing slope. Yeah, this is an example of now slope not constant. Constant means 2 options are there now. Either our slope will be increasing or our slope will be decreasing. Not constant means slope will be either increasing, slope will be either decreasing. So you have to also tell whether slope is increasing or decreasing. So if you look at here, I'll simply say, sir, just here how to identify, and you have to keep this graph in your mind also. Here what will happen? As you move further in the x-axis, as you go away in the x-axis, you'll find that angle with the x-axis is increasing. Dekho yahan pe. You can see here, sir, here theta is not constant. Theta is increasing. If theta is increasing, that means tan theta is increasing. And tan theta is nothing, sir. slope. So slope of the curve is increasing. This is we call as increasing slope. This we call as increasing slope. Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay? बोल दो एक बार. Now we have to tell whether slope is increasing or decreasing. Of course, these slopes are positive because theta is less than 90 degree. But you need to know which is constant slope, which is increasing, which is decreasing. Is it okay? You can see there. Yeah, increasing and constant, you can say no problem. Yeah, increasing and positive, increasing and positive, not constant. Yeah. So if you see here, angle is increasing, na baba. Look at this angle. Look at this angle. Look at this angle. If you feel here, also draw one line. Look at these angles. These angles are increasing. If theta is increasing, you know that tan theta will also increase. If tan theta will also increase, definitely tan theta is the slope. So slope will also increase. No problem, no problem. So it's an example of increasing slope, no problem. Next one, next one, next one, next one. Yeah, okay, no problem. Fifth one, now you will say, if my graph is like this, what about slope here? Tell me about slope. Fifth one. What about slope here? Now, very good. Slope is decreasing. Now, if you draw the graph, now if you draw the tangent, now for example, anyone ask you slope here, draw one tangent. If anyone asks you slope here, draw again one tangent. Again, if anyone asks you slope here, again draw. If you look at now, your angle is decreasing. So here I will say, sir, you can see here, don't believe on me. Yahan dekho, are angle ghat raha hai, this is angle, now this is angle, now this is angle. That means, sir, theta is decreasing. If theta is decreasing, sir, tan theta is decreasing. And tan theta is nothing, sir. Tan theta is slope, sir. So here slope is decreasing. Slope decreasing means this is an example of decreasing slope. Decreasing slope. Decreasing slope. Is it okay? Is it okay? Bolo, 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 bolo. So 5 situations I told you: constant positive slope, constant negative slope, zero slope, increasing slope, decreasing slope. Once you can see all these things, then again I will ask from you. Once you complete, you can say done, sir. Done, sir. ध्यान देना, ध्यान देना, ध्यान देना. Okay, no problem, no problem. Yeah. You can remember slopes like this. Just see here. Just see here. ध्यान दो. Be focused, be focused, be focused, be focused. Just see here. How we can do. Actually, tell me if the graph is like this. Tell me what is the, if the graph is like this, come on, tell me its slope. If the graph is like this, come on, tell me its slope. If the graph is like this, what is its slope? Jaldi batao. If the graph is straight line like this, what is the slope? What is the slope? Constant positive. Constant word is very important because tomorrow velocity may be constant. Velocity may. So don't forget that constant. Constant positive. Constant positive. Achha, the slope is, if the graph is like this. If the graph is like this. Graph is like this. Bolo, constant negative, constant negative, constant negative. If the slope is like this, if the graph is like this, bolo, if the graph is like this, if the graph is like this, jaldi batao. Are batao, if the graph is like this, jaldi batao. Zero slope, zero slope, zero slope, zero slope, zero slope. If the graph is like this way, if the graph is like this way, bola bola, what if the graph is like this way? If the graph is like this way, jaldi batao. If the graph is like this way, increasing slope, increasing in. Increasing, you can remember like this. Students get confusion sometimes in increasing and decreasing. So you can consider like this, na baba. Yeah, just here increasing in, increasing like snake. Are a snake you do like this, na snake, snake. So when snake is in, increasing slope, increasing slope, increasing slope, increase snake theory. Yeah, people call this as snake theory. You can take that graph as a snake, baba. This is the structure of. Graphs means what? Graphs are nothing. Graphs are snake. Sine theta graph you have seen like this now. Sine theta graph. Who moves like this on the ground? Who moves like that? Come on, who moves like that on the ground? Sine theta graph you have seen like this now. Who moves? Snake. So graph is nothing. It's snake. So snake in, snake in, increasing slope. Snake out, decreasing slope. Snake relaxing, rest, constant positive. Snake demotivated, constant negative. Snake sleeping on the road, snake sleeping on the road, zero slope. Snake increasing, snake, biting you in, increasing slope. Snake out, decreasing slope. Is it okay? Bolo, 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 twarga. Everyone got the idea? बोलो एक बार. Point is, if you forget, if you get any confusion, think about snake. We have seen snake in our entire life. We know, sir. Snake sleeping on the road. Sir, zero slope. Zero slope. Sir, snake trying to rise like this. Constant positive. Yeah, dead. Okay, no problem. Sir, this is constant negative. Snake trying, in increasing slope. Snake out. Snake is trying to beat you, bite you. That is decreasing slope. Is it okay? Final, batao. Come on, Twarga. Now we start with different type of graphs that we will get here. हाँ, very good. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Who helped you to get all this graph? If you forget, who will help you to get the answer? Who will help you to identify the graph slope? Snake. That is snake or duck. Farida, you are sending something that is snake or duck. That is snake appearing like duck. Acha, okay. Tongue of snake is appearing. Snake theory will help you. Snake theory will help you. Snake constant positive slope, constant negative slope. Snake died. Snake is on the road, resting on the road, zero slope. Snake increasing slope, decreasing slope. So these are the things. Now we'll move further. You write, come on. Right? Types of displacement time graph. Types of displacement time graph. I will tell you different type of displacement time graph which we will get here. Types of displacement time graph. Types of displacement time graph. Now dhyan dena, be focused. First understand what I'm trying to tell. Types of displacement time graph. Just here. Always remember, I will tell you how to predict the quantity with the help of graph. For example, if displacement time graph is given, sometimes they will ask you what about velocity, sometimes they will ask you what about acceleration. So I will tell you, if a particular graph is given, how to predict the data, how to derive the quantities with the help of that given graph. So for that, I will take different types of displacement time graph, and in every situation, I will tell you how to talk about the velocity of the particle from there, how to talk about acceleration of the particle from there. So the here first displacement time graph I am going to talk. Dhyan dena, be focused. Dhyan dena, be focused. Just see here, yeah. Someone asked me, sir, what are the different type of displacement time graph? How to derive information from those graphs? Let's see here. Assume I have the displacement time graph like this. This is displacement, this is time, or position time graph. Can you tell me about velocity of the particle? This is the first displacement time graph. Can you tell me what is the velocity of the particle? What particle is doing? What is acceleration? I will simply say, dhyan do. Sir, graph given. Always remember, graph is not important. Important is the slope. I will say, sir, you have given me displacement time graph. Na? You are interested in velocity. Na? Sir, velocity is what? Velocity is slope. And I know here, sir, here I know this is example of zero slope. Snake died, zero slope. And you know, sir, displacement time graph given, you are asking me about velocity. Velocity means, sir, slope. And here slope is zero, sir. That means velocity of the particle here is zero. That means particle is at rest. If particle is at rest, definitely its acceleration is also zero. This is what is asked. They give one graph, and from that graph, they will ask you about velocity and acceleration. Is it okay? Bolo, 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 bolo. Twarga. First graph, okay? Bol do ek baar. Is it okay? हाँ, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Second graph. This is how information we will derive. Again, second type of displacement graph can come like this. This is displacement, again this is time. Tell me about velocity and acceleration of the particle. Tell me about velocity and acceleration of the particle. Again you will simply say, sir, displacement time graph given. Displacement time graph, velocity constant. That is uniform motion. Velocity constant means acceleration. So this is what I am trying to tell. With the help of graph, one graph given, how to predict remaining two quantities with the help of graph. That idea I am trying to give. I will simply see, sir, you are interested. Sir, you have given me displacement time graph. You are interested in velocity now. First find velocity, because velocity will help you to get acceleration. Directly from displacement time graph you cannot get acceleration. Displacement time graph will first give you velocity, then velocity will give you acceleration. So first think about velocity. Sir, you want velocity now? Velocity is nothing, sir. Velocity is slope. And this slope is constant and positive constant. That means I can say, sir, here velocity of the particle is constant. If velocity is constant, everyone knows acceleration will be zero. And such motion in physics is known as uniform motion. Tomorrow they will give you graph, 4 graph they will give you and ask you which is uniform motion. This situation will be your uniform motion. Is it okay? Is it okay? Jaldi bata do, jaldi bata do. Jaldi bata do. We'll move to the third graph. A uniform motion. Whenever velocity is constant, acceleration is zero. That motion in physics is known as uniform motion. Chalo, third graph dekh lo. Third graph dekh lo. Chalo. Same type of graph I will give you. Displacement time graph. Now tell me about velocity again. Tell me about velocity again. Again tell me about velocity. फिर से बताओ velocity के बारे में. Again velocity is constant. This is also uniform motion, but this is particle is going in reverse direction. Are you getting? Velocity negative means you have assumed positive direction like this. Particle is going reverse towards the origin. Questions are asked like this: in which situation particle is going reverse? This is the situation. This is the situation. I will simply say, sir, here also velocity means slope, sir. I know, sir. Slope is constant. But here that constant slope is negative, sir. Constant slope is negative. That means I can say velocity of the particle is here, sir, constant and negative. Negative means particle is in reverse motion. Particle is going in reverse direction. And again velocity constant means acceleration will be zero. And again this is also known as uniform motion. This is also graph of uniform motion only. Only particle is going in reverse direction. So questions are asked out of 4 graph, tell in which situation particle is coming back to origin. This is the situation. Because velocity is reverse. Is it okay? Bolo, 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 bolo. Come on, jaldi. You see one graph I am drawing and how many ideas we are getting from graph. This is known as extraction of data from the graph. This is what nowadays scientists do now. They plot everything in graph and they extract the data. And slope will help you. So this is how we talk about third graph. Come on. No problem, no problem. Now we'll move towards fourth graph. Again, displacement time graph. Tell me about velocity. Is velocity is constant? Is particle has acceleration or particle has retardation? Everything you have to think now. Velocity is increasing because this is slope increasing now. Velocity is increasing now. If velocity is increasing, that means motion is accelerated. Body has acceleration. So I will simply say, sir, you want about velocity now? Sir, you are given displacement time graph now. You want about velocity now? Sir, velocity means slope. And I know, sir, slope is here. This is an example. Just now I told you this is an example of increasing slope. That means here, sir, velocity of the particle is increasing. And if velocity is increasing, everyone knows that acceleration of the particle must be positive. So this is an example of accelerated motion. They will give you 4 options. They will ask you, identify which is accelerated motion. So this is our accelerated motion. Is it okay? बोलो 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 बोलो. कितना आसान हो गया. Velocity means sir displacement time graph given. Sir displacement time graph given means velocity is the slope. If slope is increasing sir, velocity is increasing. If velocity is increasing, acceleration is positive, and that is known as accelerated motion. Is it okay? बोलो 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 त्वरगा. I'll move towards the last graph from displacement time. Yeah, come on, fifth one. Now you will tell me all the information. Again, I am giving you displacement time graph, but now graph is like this. बताओ 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 बताओ, जल्दी बताओ, जल्दी बताओ. Again negative acceleration. Very good. I will simply say first, always remember, if they ask about acceleration with the help of displacement time graph, first go for velocity, because you have idea about slope. So I'll simply say, sir, first I will talk about velocity, sir. Velocity is slope, sir. And here if you see, this is an example of decreasing slope. That means slope decreasing means here velocity of the particle is decreasing. And you know, if velocity of the particle is decreasing, acceleration must be negative. That also means body is retarded motion. Body has retarded motion. Is it okay? Is it okay? Bolo, 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 bolo. Twarga. Twarga. एक बार बोल दो, then we'll move further. Yeah, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. So once you can see these 5 graphs, then I will talk about one more situation here, then we will move further. हाँ, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. So who is actually helping you? Who is actually helping you to identify everything from the graph? Who is actually helping you? कौन हेल्प कर रहा है, जल्दी बता दो. Who is helping you to know about velocity, to know about acceleration? Who is helping? Selfish people. No one is saying sir you are helping. Everyone is saying slope is helping, snake is helping. Arey, I am also helping na baba. Sometimes you can add me also. AKD sir is also helping. With snake, AKD sir is also helping. No problem, no problem, no problem. Okay, okay, okay. Obviously. Wow, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now ध्यान दो. Just here. No problem, no problem. Yeah. हाँ, okay, हाँ, okay. हाँ, okay, sir. Okay, no problem, हाँ, okay. Now I will give you one graph. There you have to tell me. After that we'll start with velocity time graph. Then at the end we will study all the types of graph. No problem, no problem. One situation I will talk. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Yeah. I'm giving you one displacement time graph like this. This is a famous graph, already asked also. No problem. You have to tell me. Here you can see your graph is divided into 2-3 zones. This is O, A, B and C. You have to tell me between OA, you have to tell me about velocity and acceleration. Similarly, you have to tell me about velocity and acceleration. Means velocity is increasing or decreasing, acceleration is positive or negative. Similarly, from A to B you have to tell me. Then you have to tell me from B to C. These are 3 zones present in the graph. About velocity also you have to tell, about acceleration also you have to tell. In these zones, what is happening to the velocity of the particle and what is happening to the acceleration of the particle. 3 parts are there. You can see graph is in 3 parts. You have to tell me for part, right? Like sir, for OA part this is, for OB part this is. Naved has said something. Very good, Naved. Sonika is saying correct. Yeah, Sonika, very good. Tell me for part wise. For part AB, velocity will be constant, acceleration will be very good. For OA, I think everyone will get. We don't have that much of time, so I cannot give you that much of time, but I think everyone is getting. Very simple. Sir, from O to A, Tell me about the slope. Now you will help me. I don't know anything. Tell me about the slope from O to A. Slope के बारे में बताओ. Slope is increasing or decreasing or constant? And for O to A, tell me about the slope. Tell me about the slope from O to A. So from O to A, slope increasing. Slope increasing. And what is slope of displacement time graph? Velocity. So from O to A, velocity is increasing. And once velocity is increasing, acceleration is positive. Velocity is increasing means acceleration is positive. So this is the way to identify. Now tell me from A to B. बताओ from A to B. From A to B. What about the slope from A to B? A to B के बारे में बताओ slope के बारे में. From A to B. Tell me about the slope. From A to B. What is about the slope? From A to B. What about slope? Slope is not zero, Baba. Slope is constant, Baba. Snake dead is the slope zero. Here the slope is constant. Straight line means constant slope. So across slope constant undi. Slope constant means from A to B velocity is constant. And if velocity is constant, acceleration is zero. And from A to B, particle is in uniform motion. They ask, identify the zone in which particle is in uniform motion. That is from A to B. Tell me about B to C. What about the slope from B to C? B to C के बारे में बताओ. What about the slope from B to C? एक बार जल्दी बता दो. From B to C, what about the slope? What about the slope from B to C? Decreasing na, snake uncle. Increasing slope, decreasing slope, slope decreasing. So from B to C, slope decreasing. If slope is decreasing means the velocity of the particle is decreasing. If velocity is decreasing, that means particle has retardation. Acceleration is negative deceleration or retardation. So O to A, accelerated motion. A to B, constant velocity, uniform motion. And from B to C, retarded motion. Is it okay? Is it okay? Jaldi bata do. Jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. Twarga. Twarga, twarga, twarga. एक बार बता दो. Everyone got the clarity? Just to give you more idea I'm talking about. Achha, can you tell me where particle velocity became zero? Where particle came at rest? Out of A, B and C. Where particle is at rest? Out of A, B and C. Where particle is at rest? At which point particle is at rest? एक बार बता दो. Which point particle is at rest? Now point will come. Rest is not throughout the motion. At point C, if you look at point C, from B to C, velocity is decreasing now. You know now if velocity is decreasing, from 10 it will come to 5, from 5 it will come to 3, from 3 it will come to 2, then it will come to 0. And that is what happening at point C. If you look at point C, if you draw the slope at point C, if you draw the tangent at point C, tangent will come parallel to x-axis. That means at point C exactly, this is what we did na baba. At point C, your graph will be parallel to the x-axis. That means at point C, at C, slope zero. Slope zero. That means velocity of the particle at C is zero. Means at rest, at point C, particle is at rest. They ask, identify the point where particle is at rest. Is it okay? Is it okay? बोल दो एक बार. तोरगा. जल्दी से बता दो. Everyone got the idea how to identify where particle is at rest? हाँ, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. चलो एक और क्वेश्चन बनाओ. फटाफट 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 फटाफट. One more question. Time completed, but okay. You have to tell me about displacement time graph given A, B and C. Tell me at which point particle has positive velocity, at which point particle has zero velocity, and at which point particle has negative velocity. You have to identify the sign of velocity at A, B and C. A, B and C. Not acceleration, not about acceleration. I want about velocity. I know you can tell about acceleration. I want about velocity. You have to tell me velocity, sign of velocity. Velocity, you have to tell me velocity at, velocity at, okay. Velocity at A, B and C. Sign you have to tell me. At A, slope is positive na baba. If you draw the tangent, it will come positive. Yeah. So at A, slope positive means velocity will be positive. At B, slope will be 0. That means velocity will be 0. At C, slope will be negative. That means velocity will be negative. This is also previous year NEET question where they asked out of point A, B and C, identify the point where particle instantaneous velocity is negative. Tell me at which point velocity of the particle is negative. Or velocity means what, Baba? Velocity means slope na. Slope means tan theta na. If you feel any difficulty, draw tangent. Draw tangent. Draw tangent. And at point C, you can see theta is more than 90. Means tan theta will come negative. That means slope will come negative. That means at point C, velocity at C, velocity of the particle at C will be negative. Is it okay? Is it okay? Bolo, 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 bolo. Where velocity of the particle is 0? एक बार बता दो. Where particle is at rest? Where particle is at rest? A, B and C. Where particle is at rest? Where particle is at rest out of A, B, C? At point B. Why particle is at rest at point B? Why particle is at rest at point B? You are saying at point B. Why particle is at rest at point B? Yeah. Gautami is saying because velocity is. Are say about slope, Baba. Hey Bhagwan. We also know velocity 0 means rest. Because at point B, slope will be 0. This is the example of 0 slope. If you draw the tangent, it will come parallel to the x-axis, slope 0, velocity will be 0. So this is how we talk about, come on, we'll move further, you write. Types of velocity time graph. Displacement time graph, I point D. Now we'll move towards type of velocity time graph. Types of velocity time graph. But I think we have completed the time. No problem, no problem. So next class we'll start with velocity time graph. Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay? No problem. No need to do any question right now. Just revise these things. Yeah. No problem, Shyam, I will see that. No need to do any question right now from the graph. After next class, you can do all the graph. Yeah, just now today we have given you basic idea. So today you can just see the slope and everything. After next class, I will give you little more idea. Then you can try all the graph. For today, we'll be ending class here only. Tata, bye-bye. Take care, study well. Study with one responsibility. Your parents have faith on you. We have faith on you. That means 2024, all of you have to rock. Come on. Work hard, work to that best possible extent. Bye. Come on. Yeah. Work hard. Bye. Sure, Sam, I will do that. Bye. Bye. Thak gaya dele, bye.